Hey guys, Lynn here. Welcome to our Fallout 4 settlement guide. And this is going to be the final episode in our kind of little mini-series where I'm just telling you guys how exactly settlements work. Okay, so in this episode we're going to cover the final thing, which is workers. Now workers are the most important part of your town. Without them, you don't have any resources or any productivity. So your town won't function without people to work in them. Alright, so to use your workers, okay, you have to assign them to objects, alright, which means farming or running one of your stores, things like that, things that you need to get your town running, alright, and it's really simple to assign a worker. All you have to do is go up to them while you're in your workshop menu, press A or X, and get them to follow you, and just click on whatever you want them to work on. So if you want to work on a crop, just press A on the crop when you've got them highlighted. Now, different jobs can be done in different ways. If they work in a store, your settler can only work in one store. Okay, but if it's food that they're working on, or defense, then your workers can work on multiple things at different times. Alright, so don't forget that. And you don't have to worry about going through all of your food and defense and assigning different ones to different people, okay, because your workers will automatically find something that's not being worked on and do it themselves. Alright, so they're nice and efficient. And if you want to know exactly what they're working on, you can highlight your settler, and anything that they're working on will be highlighted in white. Alright, so that's a nice and easy way of knowing what they're up to. Now the last two things that we're going to cover is how to attract new settlers, because if you're like me, you only have your basic settlers who were here when I started, or you might not have any settlers depending on where you are. Okay, to attract new settlers, it's really easy. All you have to do is build a recruitment radio beacon. Okay, it's under Power Miscellaneous. Okay, and while you have one of these beacons activated at workshop, there's a chance every day that a new settler will come to live at your workshop. Obviously, I think that the higher your happiness, the more chance that you'll have to get new workers. So like all these things, it's all about keeping your town happy as possible. Alright, the final thing that we're going to cover in our little guide here is supply lines. Okay, now to do supply lines you have to have a certain perk. Okay, it's called local leader, and to unlock it you have to have a charisma of 6. Unfortunately my charisma is at 7 specifically to get this perk, so I can set up supply lines already. Now to create a supply line, all you have to do is highlight your settler again, press RB, or it must be R1 on PlayStation, and it'll display a list of all the workshop settlements that you have around the game. Okay, and you can just simply select the settlement that you want to link to, and the settler will now be assigned a supply line. Okay, and his duties will be to travel between the settlements, and that has several benefits. When building a workshop, you can use the inventory of all of the linked workshops. Okay, so that's useful if you want to build something in one place but it's in the inventory of somewhere else. Okay, and the second thing that this provides is a share of resources. Okay, and this means if you've got excess food, water in one settlement and you have another settlement that's really unhappy, there's a chance that you might lose it, you can share your resources from one of your better settlements to one of the other ones to try and increase your happiness. Okay, so just avoid any food shortages. Alright guys, I think that pretty much covers workers, and we are finished with the explanation on just exactly how settlements and all of its components work. Okay, if you found it interesting, don't forget to subscribe and like, and if you have any comments, don't forget to leave them below. And I will see you guys in the next episode, where I'm going to be showing you guys the easiest way to get components for your building. Okay guys, see you next time.